Okay, so I'm gonna make a video about my pet peeves, and that's Olivia, and then Brooke's right there. Sorry if Olivia's being annoying. Okay, number one, when people say their biggest fear is spiders. This annoys me, like, so much. Okay, I hate spiders too. I think they're disgusting. They creep me out. But there are worse things in life, people. Okay, what about, like, rape and murder and kidnapping? But I mean, like, when people say they're afraid of spiders, like, that implies that they'd rather die than come in contact with a spider. I think it's pretty ridiculous, and it just really gets on my nerves. People on MySpace, all they do is talk about drama and, like, oh gosh. Okay, people on MySpace, they just seem to be obsessed with it, and they'll, like, all in the About Me, it's all about, like, oh, don't mess with me because I'll bleep you up and stuff like that. And it's just like, I hate drama. I don't take part in it. Okay, if you don't take part in drama, then why are you writing that in your About Me? That's kind of participating in drama if you just keep talking about it and obsessing over it, and it just makes me mad. Second thing is when people poke my tummy, and they know this and they use it against me. I scream. Number 4 is chat speak. I have one friend who texts me a lot, but, like, she doesn't spell anything right. Even if its word is, like, really short, like cat, she'll put CT. Like, how am I supposed to know what that means? That can mean anything. I know, it takes me, like, 10 minutes to figure out what she says. It's when people obsess over their boyfriends, and they don't shut up about them. Like, again, the same friend that uses chat speak all the time, she's always telling me about her boyfriend. It's like, oh, I love him so much. Oh, he's so cute. It's like, grr. Okay, and then the 6th thing is when you, like, type, like, a million words to someone, and then they reply with LOL. Like, what am I supposed to say to LOL?
I know, right?
It's like, usually after people put LOL, I'll put, like, ha, ha, ha. Okay, and then the next thing is when people on airplanes, when they recline. I was on an airplane a couple days ago because I was flying back from Ohio. And there's a person in front of me, Mr. Randy Recline, and he kept reclining his chair as far back as it would go. And I was on Delta in the business class or whatever you call it. I don't know, the cheap one. And I have very long legs. I'm 6 feet tall. And so when you push your chair back, I'm, like, up against the chair like this, and I don't have any room. And it was a long flight, right? And he kept, like, squirming around and pushing it back farther than it goes. And then I was trying to work on my laptop, and I couldn't. My laptop was literally, like, up against my stomach like this. So I was, like, trying to, like, go on the trackpad thing. Oh, my gosh. It was terrible. I was so mad. It's a little repetitive when people say that I'm tall.
Like, no.
Every day I get told I'm tall. From people at school, mainly.
And even at Walmart.
Even strangers at Walmart, they tell me I'm tall. I'm like, I know it. You don't have to tell me. Especially when you tell me every day. I have people, like, as soon as they see me, they're like, you're so tall. I kept track of it for a few days, or not a few days, a while. And I think I got like 8 and 7 times a day people saying that I'm tall. So it just kind of gets annoying and old. Okay? Number 10 is when people complain and whine. Okay, especially, like, not really about, like, I mean, if your leg is broken or something, I expect you to complain and whine, and I complain and whine a lot too. But I mean, when it's people, like, when you're doing something and you're like, ugh, this is so boring, like, that's insulting to me. So when I throw a party or something, and then people say, this is boring.
Well, it usually is, Ellen. We usually play The Sims.
No, that only happened once. And for the record,
and the movies. The movies you put on are kind of boring. We have to go here.
Yeah, see? Oh my gosh. It's rude, okay? It's like I put a lot of effort into this, and when you say that you're bored.
It didn't seem like it for most of the time.
When people say that they're bored, it, like, you know, it hurts my feelings.
Oh, poor Ellen. Your feelings.
Dude, shut up. You're the one who does it the most.
She said she was.
Okay, so another thing that really gets on my nerves is when people hug me. I mean, I know, like, a lot of people love to do it, and they're all like, they write, like, free hugs on their arm or whatever, but when you hug me, it's like, it's really awkward and strange, and, like, I don't know what to do, like, oh, hi. Next thing is MySpace pictures, again with MySpace. I think it's like, there's, like, a standard, like, you have to have the camera, like, way up here, and then you're all like, that, and then all the boys, like, if there's a boy on MySpace, there's a picture of him in his bathroom with his shirt off, taking a picture like, you know, all tough and stuff. Like, what the heck? Why would I want to see that? Well, do you really expect people to comment saying, "Oh, you're so hot"? Like, what are you supposed to say? And a lot of people do it. I don't get it. Okay, another thing that annoys me is when people say like "grr" or "rar." When people say like, well, I guess sometimes it's okay, but like when people say it a lot, that's what really annoys me. It's just like doesn't make sense. It's kind of random. Like when you're talking to someone on like AIM or something, and then you're just like, "So what's up, rar?" Okay, what am I supposed to say to that? It also really annoys me when people are obsessed with Invader Zim or Twilight. Now, I know Invader Zim is kind of like the in thing to be obsessed with. Like, people have t-shirts with like "grr" on it and everything. But, I mean, like, I don't even like the show. Like, it's not even a good show. It's not creative or anything. And they're just like, I don't know, Hot Topic has like all this Invader Zim stuff. And I think people just like it for the heck of it. Like, honestly, I don't really think anyone actually watches that show. I don't know. And then, like, same with Twilight. Like, okay, I've read all the books and I've seen the movies, but it's just a book. It is just a movie, people. This isn't a lifestyle. People are, like, dressing up in Twilight shirts and stuff. I mean, that's okay. You can have your likes and dislikes and whatever, but, I mean, some people are just way too obsessed with it and way too into it. And then, oh my gosh, the Taylor Lautner thing. Oh my gosh, same with Justin Bieber. I don't understand why people like him. He's just so overrated. I mean, like, his voice isn't bad, but it's not like it's great. And I mean, like, okay, he's cute, but it's not like anybody really cares. I don't, just, oh, people, obsessed with everything. When people say no homo, it's like, okay, you really had, I don't understand why people have to say that. They're like, oh, you look so pretty, no homo! Like, oh, okay, because for a second there, I thought you were coming on to me! What is up with every single hobo in the world being a Vietnam veteran? I don't get it. Like, every time you see a hobo on the side of the road, they're holding up a sign saying, like, need food or whatever, God bless, Vietnam vet. Like, I think most of them are lying about that to make people feel sorry for them. But it's just kind of weird, and it's like, okay, I've seen this before. You ain't fooling nobody. Okay, last thing is when people say that they're fat or ugly just to get attention. This really bugs me. When people especially when people post pictures on MySpace saying, I look so ugly. Why do you say that?
Why do you post it then?
Why do you post it?
Like, I look ugly, so comment.
Yeah, like, what the heck? People are just like, oh, no, you don't.
Like,
and it just bugs me, because if you looked ugly and you hated the picture, then why did you put it up for everybody to see? Why didn't you just delete it? And like, just even when people say, like, oh, I'm so fat, in their skinny, like,
I'm so fat.
Okay, well, this is getting pretty long. Bye. I read all the books too, and I've seen the movies, but it's just a book, people. It's not a lifestyle. You guys are being disruptive.
Oh, she was taking her shoes off. I told you to really not take it back.
I have to start over now. What does that say?
What does that say? Are you sure you spelled it right?
I did not read that. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna skip that one.